ho. First try at the opening of the stream. Take that, suckle. Wearing my own Owen Benjamin shirt today. Just because I had a work shirt over it. I took it off. You ever had a random song from 20 years ago, like stuck in your head? Like, I'm blue, dee, 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 I'm blue t-shirt that has a white center. It's a jersey shirt just like the stepdad in Terminator 2 who got killed. Or Owen Benjamin on a homestead trying to talk to people while he crafts jokes on live stream. I'm making up songs as I go for no reason, yo. I saw her over there. She was a big girl. Doc Shelley. Were you watching the last minute? I really hope that made you laugh. I really did. Such an odd and peculiar day. Peculiar. Okay, let me give you an example. I want to talk about some of the jobs I had today in the wonderful world of service plumbing. You're like, oh, do you work all day, every day? Yes! It's literally nonstop. It's like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is my average. So, there's that. Anyways, I had some I had some interesting jobs today, I'm not gonna lie. Like I did. Go and look at the Clippy board. The board of Cliptitude. Alright. What a pain in the neck some of it was too. I'm soaking wet. My knees are soaking wet. JJ Hungry Bear. Oh, shoot. I missed that text message. I missed it. He said something. Hold on. It just said JJ Hempcrete Bear loved an image. JJ Hempcrete Bear, I made a promo for him where I used the movie guy voice because this made in 2021 iPhone 13, which I got in 2024, somehow has an amazing microphone that picks up great audio when I use movie guy voice in a world where one man named JJ Hempcrete Bear sponsors a stream that literally requires no money, yet he gave some anyway. What a legend! Okay, Thursday, let's just be real. Okay, so last week, I had a decent sized check, but I paid rent, I paid my son, and I had to pay an unexpected bill that was totally worth it to get it off my back or my front. But it was totally worth it. And then I was broke most of the week, and Thursdays are my brokest days. And whatever you have in savings, you don't touch because it's savings. And I made a promo ad for JJ Hempcrete Bear today. And he was like, yo, bro, send me, because I literally made a joke about, how I support JJ Hempcrete Bear. This is a completely free promo, not asking for money at all, but we support, jjsgarden.com, JJSGARDEN.com, jjsgarden.com. And when I made the promo, I made it just to be fun, because here's the thing. I used it last night in the live stream, and anybody that knows anything about YouTube, once you've uploaded a live stream and you go to try to create a short in that live stream, it only gives you 15 seconds. So I had to use the best slot of 15 seconds, and it ends with me going, like, but it actually turned out to be pretty good. And yeah, it only got like 78 views so far. Let us sit a couple days. It'll be funny. But I sent it to JJ Hempcrete Bear. I was like, yo, dude, I made you a promo ad. Hope you liked it. He's like, dude, that was freaking hilarious. I already shared it, which means he's on platforms I don't have. Like, I don't have Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter or TikTok or any of the other ones, but those are the 5 major ones. And I bet he, what's up, Aaron? But he shared it on one of those. I'm assuming Instagram, because he has his CBD rub and his jjsgarden.com link on there. And so he was like, bro, I appreciate it. I already shared it. It's a funny ad. Let me know if I can support you. What's your Venmo? What's your Cash App? And I'm like, bro, I was just messing around, but my Cash App is $JJ Bane Bear 5, capital B, $ Bane Bear 5. And he's like, cool, bro. And then he just sent me $33. I was expecting like a 5 spot, 10 spot, maybe a 20. But just to be Illuminati confirmed, naughty. Like, to be that kind of funny. Like, it would have been funny if he sent me $9.11. I would have laughed. Or $6.66. I would have laughed. Great, hilarious. But no, he sent $33. And I was like, dude, cool. I was like, you need to post on YouTube more often because I'll promote your stuff. And he's like, I need to upload more there. I was like, yeah, dude. Like, YouTube like had a dip where it sunk down, where people lost interest because TikTok came out. But then once they made the shorts, which obviously copies Instagram's Reels and TikToks, it's gone back up in the last 2 years. You need to post some shizzle there. For Rizzle, my nizzle. And if you exit out of the stream and go to your recent history and you see the thumbnail I used for this live stream, it's the message that he sent with the money. He said, for my ninja, thanks for the shout out. And I had to scrape out ninja, and I'm just being YouTube friendly because it's barely after 9 p.m. We got 5 people here, 2 thumbs up. Big stream numbers. But dude, then, okay, this morning I had to look at someone's water heater, and this woman took a bunch of notes, and she's an actress with an IMBD. Yeah, I met someone semi, micro, mini famous. Theater, mostly. Stage and theater, mostly. She's not, like, doing commercials and all that. But, yeah, we're in Greenville, South Carolina. It's not L.A. Anyways, on top of that, after taking care of her water heater, I had to go all the way to Cross Hill, which was an hour and 10 minutes away, to put in an American Standard kitchen sink faucet hose, a new one, which cost me $27. I get down there, have to fight to put it in. Fight, literally. And then, JJ Hempcrete Bear in the house was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Telegram, Legends chat. I don't have Telegram anymore. Can you spot me 33? Aaron Burhee, you watch your mouth. Thank you for the shout out, JJ Hempcrete. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights was the very first one to ever send me a Cash App of $2. And then the next time he sent me another $2. Dude, today JJ Hempcrete Bear sent me $33. Changed my day. But it gets even better. Let me finish the story. So I meet this woman this morning. Ryland Kimbrell, who has literally got her own IMBD from her acting work, right? I've been here the whole time, homie. Nice. Good to know. But you better be laughing, sir, or it's all for naught. So anyways, I have to look at her water heater. We joke about it. I'm like, yeah, I do stand-up comedy. We did not exchange socials at all. So it's like, I don't care. I wasn't really promoting my stuff that much. I just wanted to do my job. And then I had to go to Cross Hill, which from Boiling Springs, where I was, it was an hour and 10-minute drive. And I'm literally like falling asleep at the wheel. Got the window open, rain and wind blowing me, and I'm smacking my thigh and the beat with the music. Just stay awake. Because it's such a boring drive. I get there, I fight this brand new $27 American Standard kitchen faucet hose for the better part of half an hour. Get the job complete, get it all put back together right. Guy's kitchen sink is flowing beautifully. And he's like, thank you. I said, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you letting me in your home. And I shake his hand, and he's like, be blessed. Oh, really? Feel free to bless me, because I drove an hour to your house to assess your sink, an hour back, waited for the part to come in, which you bugged the hell out of me for 2 weeks. And I can't help the shipping world that is behind. UPS, FedEx, and all the plumbing supply houses are behind schedule on delivering stuff. He's blowing my phone up every day like I'm giving birth to his grandchild. So then, again now today, drove an hour plus to your house to put in this $27 faucet hose to drive an hour and 5 minutes back to go to a supply house. So I've driven 4 hours. Half an hour assessment there, half an hour of work. So I got 5 hours invested into making basically $50. That's $10 an hour. This job was not worth it because it was so far away. And it's just burning up my boss's insurance and gas and, road time on the van. And he shakes my hand and goes, be blessed. And I was like, oh, feel free. You could bless me any way you like. Cash, check, food, whatever you want. However you choose to bless me. Be blessed. Like, I understand you were a pastor and stuff. Dude, you got a 65-inch flat screen in there that your wife's watching. You have 2 homes. You have one here in the Greenville County area and one way out there by the lake. Be blessed and a handshake. What a cheap ass Juby. I'm like, are you? I was honestly, people be like, oh, you shouldn't expect anything. Shut your freaking whore mouth. He knew I drove an hour there, did a half-hour assessment, drove an hour back, and then he bugged the shit out of me for 2 weeks waiting for this part. Then I drove an hour back there, worked a half hour to fix the sink, and drove an hour back. Be blessed with a handshake. Almost went like, sure. That's what I wanted to do. Because most older gentlemen, honestly, that aren't pastors, nothing against pastors, most older gentlemen will be like, hey man, I appreciate you putting in the effort. Listen, I'd like to buy your lunch. Here's $20. That's the norm. I get a $20 tip 2 to 4 times a week on top of my salary. I don't claim that stuff in my taxes. That's a free lunch. I'm going to eat good. Yeah. And you give me nothing. And I'm like, suck a bunch. Then I had to drive to a supply house in the rain, get a water heater loaded up on the truck, and as I'm going to the warehouse to drop off the water, I'm not reading people's chats, I should. He spots 33 and you still demand he laughs? No, that was a joke, Aaron Burr. I know he's laughing. Grant, do you have any cousins that do YouTube? I don't know. What a scumbag. Doc Shelley gets it. Doc Shelley would have tipped. And he knows I drove an hour there, half an hour assessment, hour back. Bugs the shit out of me for 2 weeks for the part, which I can't control shipping. Then I drive an hour back there, do half an hour work, I'm 5 hours in. You gotta know that through your home warranty policy, I'm not exactly making bank. Not like I'm charging them $800 for this. No, it's a retractable gooseneck hose on your American standard cheap ass faucet. What a J, exactly. Thank you. Doc Shelley's a legend. Dude, the job did suck today. So it's like, on top of a water heater assessment this morning for a semi kind of micro stage and theater famous actress, that was great. But her husband's a veteran. I've done work on their house before. I've worked on a toilet there and a couple other things. They're a great couple, real nice people. They're younger. They've been married like 10 years or something. Real cute couple. And I wish the best for them. You know, they're popping out kids anytime now. Real sweet people. And then going all the way to Cross Hill to a lake house for no tip. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm on my own. I'm on my drive back, go to a supply house, have to load a water heater in this van that I'm not getting paid for to load the water heater and take it to the shop. As I go to the shop, my boss is pulling out the shop. He passes me, rolls down his window. We're now stopped in the road about to block traffic. Hey man, what are you doing? I was like, I just picked up a water heater from blankety blank and I'm gonna drop it off at the shop. It's the one that has to be put in tomorrow. And he's like, oh, okay. All right. And then the car gets behind him. I said, all right, I'll see you later. Obviously, I was a little nervous because I know he's going to ball bust me if I have to see him at the shop. Mind you, my next customer was not until after 5. It's now barely, not even 2:30. I just want to go to the shop, drop off this water heater, microwave a cup of hot water, and make a cup of soup at the shop because I already have some stash there for emergency lunches. I want to make a cup of soup, do a little bit of my paperwork, and then I had a plan for the afternoon, which actually worked out amazingly. I'll get to that part next. Very true, Doc Shelley. His job is full of shit. Okay, plan words, and that is hilarious and true. It's funny because it's true. Mine says 4 people here, 4 thumbs up. Grant, quick, what does yours say? So anyways, I back up to the shop to drop off this water heater out of the back of said plumbing van. And as soon as I do, my boss had done a U-turn at the steel company nearby and came back to the shop to like lecture me about shit. And I'm like, bro, like I just want to do some paperwork, drop off a water heater and have my cup of soup. My next customer's not till 5. I do have a plan in my head. What are we doing? And he's griping about this and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. I'm going to change this and all the tools are going to be in a dog cage. They're locked and only the secretary will have a key. So if you borrow it, bro, every time I borrowed a tool, I brought it back same day. You know this. Whoa. What would I gain from stealing from a company that provides my income? I've been working for you for 18 months. If I haven't proven my loyalty, my hard work ethic, or the fact that I'm trustworthy by now, we've got a serious issue. So he's just lecturing the shit out of me. And then he's on the phone with people, and I'm like, I just want to microwave a coffee cup of hot water, put it into a little ramen 50-cent cup of soup, do a little bit of paperwork, get my stuff straightened out because I have another water heater to pick up from another location for free, of course. So I'm trying to plan my stuff. He while I'm eating my soup, he turns the light off to the shop as he's walking out and then realizes, oh yeah, he's still here, flips the light back on. I'm like, I just want to eat my soup in peace. I haven't even pooped today. I didn't get a morning poop at the house. I didn't get a morning poop at the office. And I am so full of food right now, I'm going to destroy my toilet when I get home. You have no idea. 4 and 4, says Grant. 3 of 6. 4 of 5, says Doc Shelley. 3 of 6. Hello. Cowgirl king of the rodeo. I'm just venting because I can't afford a therapist talking about my day. How was your day, girl? You tell daddy. You tell me now. All right. You missed it. I flipped a cigarette in my mouth very first try, beginning of the stream. You'll have to rewind and watch the replay for that skill. That skill level, girl. So stupid. So, my boss finally leaves, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I load up the air compressor for my personal truck. I load it into the van. I drive the van to my house, and this is the idea. I'm going to drive to the house, get my personal truck, go back to the shop, load up a trailer full of water heaters, take it to the scrapyard, keep the cash, return the trailer, go pick up that other water heater, and then hit my job that's after 5. And no one will be the wiser, and everyone will be happy. And the landlord who rents us our warehouse will be like, oh, good, those 10 water heaters out back are gone. Anyways, Cowgirl king of the rodeo, my future wife, meet my other moderators. But I'm kidding. You're all friendly. I appreciate that. So anyways, so this is where it starts to get good, all right? So I'm on a time clock, okay? Because the scrapyard stops taking intakes at 4:45, right? 4:45. I am leaving the shop at like 3:05, 3:10, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I am fighting through rush hour traffic, all right? Just to get 7.2 miles to my house to switch out vehicles, right? Then there's this Honda Ridgeline on my road, very last road before we hit the trailer park where I live. Very last road. She is brake checking me. Like brake checking me. I'm like, is this woman just being a bitch? Because like, does it come natural or do you have to work at it? I was so furious. She's obviously looking for some place she's never been before and doesn't know how her maps work. So I'm like, surely she is not going to be in front of me the whole way. Just get out of my way so I can go to my trailer park, my road, go to my place, get my truck so I can go get my money from the scrapping of the water heaters. You know where she turns? She brake checks at my boss's house, which is right before the neighborhood where we live. He has a separate entrance because he's bougie. And I was like, this chick is not brake checking me. Then she brake checks at the road into my neighborhood and puts her blinker on to turn. I'm like, you are not turning into my neighborhood. See, the neighborhood has a couple streets and it horseshoes around and dead ends at my place. She takes my road the whole way, slow rolling it downhill, brakes on the whole way, and I am just like, I gotta get my truck. I am furious. And I'm like, I wish this woman would just get out of my way. She pulls all the way around the horseshoe, gets all the way to my trailer, all the way, and then thinks I'm a stalker because I'm behind her, and then realizes, oh, I'm trapped. This is a dead-end street. There's nowhere to go. And proceeds to, in my driveway, where I'm trying to go, do a 3-point turn to get out and get away from me. And I'm like, will you hurry up? I'm not after you. I just want to get home and get my truck. And she gives me this weird look. And I'm like, this is so stupid. Finally, I had to wait for her to get her dumb ass out of the way. I pull up, I park. I'm like, I cannot believe the concassity of this lady. I get the air compressor out of my truck. I blow up the one tire of my truck that was low. I get everything loaded up proper. Pull out my truck. Get out of my neighborhood, past my boss's house. It's a friend of my boss's wife, this woman. Like one of her sponsors or something. And I'm like, This is where she was trying to go the whole time. She could have just turned 500 foot sooner and been right there at my boss's house to talk to my boss's wife. No, she couldn't. She had to go through my entire neighborhood and slow me down. Oh, they only slowed you down like a minute or two. Not the point. She brake checked me 4 times on the road because she doesn't know how maps work. Oh, someone got a deleted message. Zeralath lurking in the background. Dorsal, yes, and especially if, it's incestual with, your dad, if that's what you're getting at. But no, ha. Oh, 86,000 seconds. What is that, a full day? Yeah, crying. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it's that funny, Cowgirl King of the Radio. It gets even better, yet still. You will await until the story concludes, and then you may make judgment all you want on my weirdness. So anyway, I get to my house. I pick up, and by the way, when I had gotten to the shop to drop off the water heater was when JJ Hempcrete Bear had sent me the $33, and I was like, bro, you were the man. Thursdays are my most broke days. Makes it even better. I appreciate you. I thought you were joking. Because I said in the ad, I do movie guy voice for JJ Hempcrete Bear for no money. So, if you guys go into my shorts, look at my most recent short. It's called the JJ Hempcrete Bear promo. And right up here where my ceiling cloth is, it says JJSGARDEN.com in green letters. Golf claps. Yeah, so JJ Hempcrete Bear sends me $35. I think my day's going better. No, because my boss is showing up and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm texting somebody. Give me a second, because I'm texting JJ Hempcrete Bear. Be like, dude, you're a legend. I appreciate it. I'm not going to not say thank you. I was raised with manners. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm dropping off a water heater and going to make some noodles and do my paperwork. And then I got another customer, like, after 5. Which, that after 5 customer, I got to tell you, that's a doozy. I got to tell you about that one. Okay, so here's what happens. I go all the way home with the van and the air compressor. I got Captain Cunt Cassidy brake checker in front of me who goes into my neighborhood and slow rolls me all the way to my own place to realize that the dead end street and she's in the wrong area and it's a gravel road. So now she has to do a 3-point turn trying not to hit the woods to get past me. And I'm like, what are you doing? So furious. So I stop at my house. I get my truck tire pumped up. I make sure I have my straps and everything. I run my truck like a dirt track racer. All the way back to the shop. I hook up the trailer. I go to the back. I load 10 water heaters and 4 thermal expansion tanks in under 10 to 15 minutes. Get them all strapped together with the straps and everything. I was like, boom, let's go get money. And then I went, I need directions to the scrapyard. And he gave me directions to the scrapyard, said I would get there at 4:33. They stopped taking customers at 4:45 so that the employees can be out by 5. So they're not sitting there till 5:30 weighing out people. All right. And I was like, oh my goodness, let's go. Mind you, I'm in a little Ford Ranger truck with a trailer with 10 water heaters and 4 expansion tanks all wrapped up like a Christmas bow with 3 crank straps. And I'm trying my hardest to just stay in the right lane, go a steady 30 to 40 miles an hour. I don't want a water heater falling out or anything, even though they're all really tightly strapped. Because of traffic and the way it went, I didn't get there till 4:38. Mind you, it's rush hour traffic. And mind you, from our shop to the scrapyard was like, I want to say it's like 9 miles. Yeah, it's like 9 miles. It's 3. Yeah, it's like 9 miles. And you're like, oh, 9 miles, not a big deal. When it's through city traffic with over a dozen lights at rush hour, yeah, it is a big deal. So I pull in at 4:38 p.m. And luckily, the chick at the window recognized me. She's been there for she's family of the people that own the restaurant, or the scrapyard. Indian family, real nice people. She's been there for like a decade. Okay, maybe 6-7 years, something. 6, 7. Oh, I did it again. Oh my goodness, I hate that meme. Anyways, so she weighs me in. I'm like, sweet. She got me weighed in with the trailer. I get over there. I back it up. I unload all 10 water heaters and 4 thermal expansion tanks. I've got mud all over my shoes because it's raining, of course, at the scrapyard. Close up the trailer, pull around. Some other idiot doesn't know about the exit line to get back onto the scale empty. I finally get on the scale empty. I have over 1,000 pounds of scrap. I'm like, sweet, this will be good money. Pull over, park once I'm weighed out, get up there, $93.38. And people are like, oh, it's only $93.38. Yeah, for about an hour and a half, 2 hours work. That's okay, actually. Cowgirl King of the Rodeo. I put that guy on a 24-hour timeout. I know. That's my nigga Bane. Hells yeah. Okay, so I get out of the scrapyard, wad of cash. Because, you know, they break it down. They give you like 10s, 5s, 1s. So I feel like I'm balling. I'm nigga rich. And I'm like, oh, I got $33 from JJ Hempcrete Bear, and I just made $93. That's $126 I got. Sweet. You know? So, of course, I kept the cash in my wallet. I spoiled myself tonight, too. I went and got an expensive meal I probably shouldn't have, but it was good. So, I'm happy with myself, right? Now, mind you, on the way back to the shop, my house is between the shop and the scrapyard. So I pull in, and of course my boss is home early doing something with his truck. I'm like, please tell me he's not going to see me in my personal truck with the company trailer to get rid of all those. Because I'm doing a good thing by getting rid of all the water heaters that are behind our rented shop that the landlord has been like, hey, I don't want to see a bunch of water heaters out here. But at the same time, he knows if I'm using my personal truck to go to the scrapyard to scrap all these things, I'm keeping all the cash. What'd you eat for dinner? We're going to get there, sir. 93 is a lot of smackaroonies. Yeah, money is money, dude. Anywho. Oh, my goodness, you guys are making me thirsty. I got to tell my whole day story because I can't afford a therapist. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a hint, Doc Shelley. I ate at Chick-fil-A. But yeah, super expensive meal. I'll tell you why. We're going to get there. Don't push. Look at that. And people here and thumbs up. 6, 7. I hate it. There's 6 people here. 7 thumbs up. 6, 7. Dumbest meme ever. 6, 7. Then I bip on the highway. Kendrick Lamar. So anyways, I'm on my way back from the scrapyard and thought to save time, instead of going all the way back to the shop with my truck and drop off the trailer, to come all the way back to my house to pick up my van, drop off the truck, and then go all the way back to this after 5 p.m. job. I thought, no, let's save some time. So what do? Truck and trailer with me. I veer off and go to my house because it's closer. It saved me 15 miles and 40 minutes is what it did. It saved me 15 miles on my truck and 40 minutes worth of time. That's what it did. So I get back to my house. I see my boss is already home with his work truck doing something to it or whatever. I don't know. I didn't personally see him. So I was like, did he go off with his wife to dinner in her car? Because her friend that slowed me down earlier is gone. Or is he there and he's just like at home and he has the truck backed up a particular way so he could empty and work on it? I don't know. Here's the rub. So I have to pull in through the horseshoe street of gravel and broken concrete and asphalt through my little trailer park neighborhood to get to my house. Park my truck exactly, back my van out. Then I have to unhook the trailer and change it from my truck to my van. And thought, if I'm pulling out of the neighborhood and my boss happens to come outside that time and sees me driving the company van with the company trailer on it, he's going to call me immediately with questions. And I'm going to have to tell him, look, I'm broke. I needed some cash. So I ran those 10 water heaters because I didn't have another customer till after 5. So yeah, I went all the way to Cross Hill and back. That was a 2.5, almost 3 hour job, basically for nothing, literally for nothing, no tip, nothing. And then I went to a supply house, picked up a water heater for free, come to the shop to drop it off, just want to do paperwork, make noodles, and go to my house to get my truck. That's all I wanted to do. But no, the boss has to show up with all these logistical ideas for the business that I just don't want to hear. I just want to make noodles, do my paperwork, and drop off a water heater. He finally leaves. I go to my house, I get my truck, I blow up a tire because it was low. I race like a dirt track racer to the scrapyard, pick up the trailer, load up 10 water heaters and 4 thermal expansion tanks in under 15 minutes, make it to the scrapyard just 7 minutes before they stopped taking people, got paid $93.38, Pull out of there, feeling happy, had no cigarettes, stopped at the store immediately, got cigarettes, and I treated myself to a bottle of Mountain Dew. Yeah, I hadn't had a Mountain Dew in a while. I've been trying to cut back on carbonation. So yeah, I treated myself to a Mountain Dew, and I was thirsty, so it was gone real quick. So on the way back, I stopped by my house. I drop off my truck. I switched trailers to the van. On the way out of the neighborhood, I thought if my boss sees me, he's going to be giving me a phone call for sure. Luckily, he wasn't outside, did not see me. I pull off in the van with the trailer. I have to stop at a Lowe's to pick up yet another water heater for another job, for free, of course, because I only get paid when I put them in. So I'm going back to the shop with another water heater. Oh, my goodness, girl. Stop it. You're wrong for wearing that. Anyways, I drop off. I back the trailer up to the shop, open the shop main bay door, drop off a second water heater with my hand truck off the trailer. Then I have to close the trailer, detach the trailer from my van, park it exactly where it was. So it's going to look like I didn't use it at all, but it's going to be obvious I used it because there's mud on the gate from the scrapyard. I get in the van, I call the customer. I said, look, I'm sorry it took so long. I should be there about 6:15, 6:30. I appreciate your patience. I'll get you taken care of. It's a water heater rebuild. Like this is, just give you an example. This is a water heater rebuild kit with 2 thermostats and 2 elements. And for those of you that have never done it, you cut off the water and open the TMP to get it airlocked. So when you change the thermostat, it just goes glub, 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 glub for a second. You pull out the old one, put in the new one. This heater was from 2011, and this guy that I worked for, he was like 6'5". I'm 6'1", and he made my hands feel like I was a prepubescent teen. He went to shake my hand, his hand swallowed my hand. He was a cop for 16 years, and he was in the military for 16 years. He was a drill instructor for the Army. A hard man. And now on the side, he has a detailing business, and he's got floor buffers. He polishes floors and stuff. But he drives a semi-truck during the day. So, I mean, this guy's got bank coming in from 2 different pensions, plus he's working full-time, plus he has a side hustle. He had 2 Harleys in there that were just beautiful. Or a Harley and a Goldwing. Wait, no, it's 2 Harleys. Beautiful bikes. He had nice newer vehicles, nice rims, nice house, 3 dogs, a wife and 2 kids, all kinds of stuff. Funny side note, his oldest kids had given him grandkids, and his grandkids are as old as the kids he has with his new wife, which is hysterical. He's an older black gentleman, and one of his feet, half the foot is gone from diabetes or the military. I didn't ask. I was like, did you literally break your foot off in someone's ass when you were a drill instructor? What happened? I wanted to ask. That joke was prevalent on my mind. I did not ask. Here's the rub. We have a dad. I'm talking so much, I've had to light the same cigarette 3 times. I've had the cigarette going for like 20 minutes. So here's the thing. Got Captain No Exhaust up there who's like, my Dodge Charger will sound so much cooler if I just take the muffler off and sell it. Might as well rip off the catalytic converter. I want it to sound broken. Do you hear that? It sounds like dog shit. It sounds like you want it to be like a 71 Charger or Challenger, but it's never gonna be. Cowgirl, what do you think of girls that use leopard print, like in everyday wear and stuff? Is that weird? Sick from the couche! You should have asked, I know. Why you eat that garbage? 7-Eleven, thank you, Doc Shelley. Squirrel brain, for real. Yeah, I'm ADHD. Like, big time. It's all just mods, yeah. I had a diarrhea-inducing frozen burrito. Dude, when you're over 40, you take a frozen burrito and cook it in a toaster oven or a microwave, just expect the Hershey squirts. You spigot ass. Anywho, so I get to this guy's house. And he's not communicated with his wife, but he's furious that he has to pay a service call fee ahead of time. He's like, nah, I want you to do the work first. And I said, sir, it doesn't work that way. You pay me the service call fee. I take pictures of your water heater. I submit it into the app as a diagnosis through your home warranty policy. And then they send me an approval code to do the work. I don't do the work without an approval code. And I definitely don't submit your diagnosis without the service call fee. So we're already stubborn men, button head, right off, right out of the gate. And his wife has to be the peacekeeper. She's like, honey, I'm supposed to pay him. It says it in the thing. I'm supposed to pay him the service call first. Then he puts in the diagnosis with the pictures. Then he gets an authorization code. Then he does the work. This is a 50-gallon electric water heater from 2011. It's literally 15 years old. It was from like February, March of 2011. And thank God it worked right when I finished it. But dude, I got saturated. I had a recirculation pump line, which somehow caused it to have more feed. And even if I hit the TMP and released a lot of pressure and tried to get an airlock, like a water lock, so when you pull the element, it just goes glub, glub. The upper one just gushed pressure until I get it out. Put in the new one, and the washer buckled, and so it would not seal. So I was like, suck. So I had to hit the TMP again, drain more water out of it, close it, pull out the new one, and re-put the new one right back in. Water everywhere. I duct tape things ahead of time so it doesn't soak the insulation on the inside of the water heater. While that's drying, I'm vacuuming things up, and I'm putting in the new thermostat up top. And I was like, Lord, please let this work. All right? Get everything closed up there. Then go to the bottom one, hit the TMP again, release some pressure, close it, hope it's airlocked. No, that thing came out like a rocket. I undid it, poof, blows water all over this cardboard box he has right there. I've just released 3, 4, 5 gallons of water into this guy's storage room beside his garage. Not a garage where you can just run outside. Storage room by the garage. Get the new element put in there, twist it in perfectly first try, get it tightened, the washer goes in perfectly, and I'm like, this sucks. So I'm trying to shop vac things up, get things dried off. I change out the lower thermostat. I get everything put together. Then he's like, hey, the handle came off my kitchen sink. You think you could look at it? I'm like, sure. I'll get my Allen wrenches out. I'm sure it's an Allen screw. You just gotta tighten it on there a little bit. There's this guy this guy right here, the winner with the Dodge Charger that he wishes it sounded like a 71 Dodge Challenger, but it does not. Anywho, this was literally one of the hardest water heater rebuilds I ever did. I have never had a water heater, like normally when you undo the element, if you've done an airlock properly, it just goes blub, 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 and lets out a gallon of water. Pull out the old one, put in the new one. So you don't have to drain the whole tank. Because if you drain the whole tank and one little piece of rust or something gets caught in that boiler drain in the bottom, you'll never close it. Yeah. So I'm having all this frustration. He's watching me. I have a headlight on and he's got another LED flashlight. He is watching me like a hawk. And because he and I already started off on a bad foot because he didn't want to pay the $100 service call fee, I'm shaking. I also hadn't eaten since the cup of soup thing, right? So I'm already nervous. I had a cup of soup for breakfast. I had a cup of soup for lunch. I've not had any real protein. So I'm shaking and everything. He's like, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. But like at the same time, this guy is watching me like he's not blinking, like drill instructor. You know, we're talking. I'm trying to make small talk. We become friends by the end of it. Real nice guy, real cool guy. But he's like, listen, man, I'm sorry about before. My wife knows how this thing works. My wife handles a lot of paperwork and stuff. She just tells me what needs to be done. I change brakes on our car. I keep the house clean. I keep our motorcycles running. I pay the mortgage and this and that and the other. I don't deal with things like the home warranty. And I said, I understand, sir. You're not the first one that's ever gotten mad at me about it. So again, the second element on the bottom, boom, basically explodes. Rocket, tons of water. I get it back in. I get it put together. I vacuum everything up. I put the lower thermostat in, get the whole thing wired up. Everything's vacuumed up. Put the covers back on both. And then he goes back to walk through. He's like, whoa, man, I almost busted my butt. He's like, there's way more water in here than I thought. Look, I only have 1.5 feet, and pulled his left foot out of his crock, and half his foot, gone. Wanted to ask, didn't ask. I said, I'm sorry, sir. Let me get a new battery for my vacuum. I'll get you taken care of. Get the vacuum out. He's mopping while I'm vacuuming. Just vacuuming all this stuff. And he's like, hey, can you look at my kitchen sink? And I'm like, sure. Since you almost busted ass on your own floor. Yeah, I'll do that. And I had way too much. I've never had a water heater rebuild this difficult. So while I'm fixing his kitchen sink, his wife goes, I know you can't do anything about it, but can you just look at something for me in our master bathroom toilet? Okay, it's a white wife and a black man. I'm not getting a tip. I know I'm not getting a tip. That's not racist. That's just factual. I'm not getting a tip. Yes, ma'am. I can look at it for you. So all it was he had replaced the guts in his toilet and didn't adjust the fill valve at the right height. So the tower is just overfilling with water. So I turned the toilet water off, lower the tower. So now the water stops like half an inch before it gets to or lowered the fill valve. So the water gets half an inch from the fill tower. So it's not overflowing. They're asking me questions about this and that. I said, I appreciate it. I fixed your kitchen sink handle. I've adjusted your toilet. I've got to go. And so he's talking to me. He has a square body Chevy in the back, like a 426 or 424 or 354. I can't remember the CC's thing. We're talking and everything. He goes outside. He's wanting to show me pictures on his phone of the old, square body Chevy he sold. I'm like, I'm trying to play along. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool. We're talking. We're being friendly. We ended up being buddies by the end. And then he goes to shake my hand again before he left, and his hand swallowed my hand. I'm like, you got a big motherfucking hand, dude. I'm 6'1", and I got pretty huge hands. But this dude had massive hands. Like, he could choke you out with one hand. Blah. So I got his water heater turned back on. I said, hey, in 30 minutes you'll have hot water. Then I went to Chick-fil-A because I made some decent money today at the scrapyard. $93, nothing to balk at. And JJ Hempcrete Bear of jjsgarden.com. That's JJSGARDEN.com. Sent me $33 on Cash App because he's a legend. So I was like, I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A and get the Cobb salad. And I ordered extra chicken and extra eggs on it. For extra chicken nuggets on it, they charge $5. And then they charge me $1 for an extra egg. And I'm like, okay. So this salad ends up costing me $18.28. I'm like, this better be an amazing. And it was. They also gave me avocado lime ranch dressing on top of honey mustard and regular ranch. So I was mixing it up. Like, it was so much, like the chicken and everything, like I still have most of the salad left. Like, I'm going to snack on it later tonight. And that concludes how my day went. Yeah, I know, it's not a... hopefully it was funny a little bit. I'm just venting, but hopefully you laughed a little bit. Triple OG. Green Chili Bear in the house. Green Chili Bear, haven't seen you in a while. Chili Bear. Good to see you. You are special. Am I special? Not in the insulting way. Thank you, cowgirl. I got to go back through the chat because I'm a slow reader. No, I'm kidding. That's right. jjsgarden.com. JJSGARDEN.com. It's 8:11 now. Mine says 7:10, but I believe you, Cowgirl King of the Rodeo. I enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you did, because y'all are way cheaper than a therapist, and I felt that today had so much stuff happen. I was like, surely I can make a live stream about it. It'll be hilarious. And then the airbag goes off. What an end to the stream that would be. I gotta go. I got a black eye and a bloody nose. Green Chili Bear. Let's make you the center of attention. Where have you been? I've missed you. Okay, so there's another bear that I have there. So there's JJ Hempcrete Bear, Demon Hunter Bear, Green Chili Bear, Bear for All Seasons, or is it Bearsworth? I don't know. I got like 4 or 5 or 6 bears here. Jerusha McBear used to be here, and then she changed her name to Jerushi something. I don't know. I got a good job finally, bro. Good for you, Green Chili Bear. What kind of job? Doc is a bear. Doc Shelley? Oh, that's right, Doc Shelley. Yeah, listens to the bear stream. He tells me about Owen. I forgot about that. Good call. Good call. I'm wearing my Owen shirt today, too. You ever notice, like, since 2020, like, Walmart had this huge sale on these jersey shirts, and it's like, I bought one around the same time Owen bought one, like 2019, 2020, and I would be, like, wearing this at home, watching the stream, and be like, Owen's wearing the same exact shirt I'm wearing. So now I just call it my Owen shirt. Bubblehead Bear. Okay, you need to change your YouTube to Bubblehead Bear so we can identify you, sure. I enjoy that. That would be so epic. Yeah, the Sick from the Cooch says it would be epic if the airbag popped and cost me 2 teeth, a bloody nose, and 2 black eyes. He'd be like, it made me laugh to know that you have an ER bill 10 p.m. What kind of job, Green Chili Bear? Working for the county. Okay, cool. Nice. That's stable and reliable. Awesome. JJ Hungry Bear comes in hot with the roast. You're known as Bubblehead Bear for eating 7-Eleven burritos and pissing out your butt. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. And after 2 cups of soup, the ramen noodles, and a huge Cobb salad, and I've not pooped all day. I've not pooped since last night. Yeah, so it's gonna be bad when I get home. Real bad. Should we go for the throw? Oh, we missed it first try. Now it's just not gonna be as epic. Second, you suck. I hate you. Your mother's very disappointed. Okay, close enough. Not a lucky take because it was 6. But in the beginning of the stream, I caught it on the first try, which I thought was pretty good. City of Meriden keeps you regular. What is that? What is City of Meriden? Yeah. Uriah Fia. That's quite the name. Glad you're here. Oh, I got 5 people here, 10 thumbs up, and we're live for 46 minutes. 4 minutes. The Rockiness Band. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and finish this cigarette, and then we're gonna go home because I need some rest. I need some rest from them there streets. Cause, not even joking. Let's see what I drove today. $172 miles. And if you average that at like an average of 40 to 50 miles an hour, that's like 4 hours of driving. Because so much of it was city traffic, you know what I mean? Oh, Chick-fil-A sweet tea. It is thundering like crazy over here. Oh, don't you wish I was there to hold you? You wouldn't be scared if I was there, girl. Still wishing you'd post a short on your channel so I know what you look like. I mean, you napped all day yesterday, so maybe you need to have the shit scared out of you by a thunderstorm. Keeps you on your toes, because you can't nap on your toes. Good little stream. Green Chili Bear, man. Glad you're here. It was good to see you. We've missed you, bro. It's been a while. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Give me something to make funny. Go. Throw in the chat. I'll try to riff with it. See if we can go a cappella with them no notes humor jokes. For the ladies and the blokes. Chicken burn, chicken burn, chicken burger. Funny. Cowgirl, King of the Rodeo is laughing. I'm glad you liked that joke. Can't nap on your toes. There was one I came up with earlier and I was like, dang, that's a good joke. I should write that down. Did not write it down. Cannot remember. I probably have 2 or 3 good jokes a day where I'm like, I should write that down. Don't write it down. Why? Because it'll come to me like while I'm driving. And instead of just, because I'm using my GPS on my phone, I can't be like, put this in notes. So that's a thing. Nobody's giving suggestions. 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then we gone. Oh, did you guys hear about this Chime scam? You know, Chime does that whole they'll front you money thing. And they're fronting people like $5,000 or $10,000. And these black people have gone to ATMs and they're pulling all this money and stream. Let's be honest. Is it worth going to jail for fraud for $5,000 or $10,000? Especially, you're not even waving hundreds. They're waving 20s. Like, guy has a stack like this. Look, I got $5K. Yeah, it's all in 20s, dude. It's $5,000. It's like you could work a regular job and get that in a month. Doc Shelley, hope you have a good night too, bro. I hope everything's going better for you. Hope you're, I pray for you, bro. I really hope you're doing well. Like, for real. I mean, on the real. Like, Doc Shelley's going through some stuff. Y'all keep Doc Shelley in your prayers. And it's just, I've been through stuff like that. It's hard. Oh, we're just talking about all kinds of things. You're going to have to watch the replay because I'm about to cut this off. And yeah, catch the replay. I don't know how long I'm going to leave it live because I said words. And you know, my mom might see it, so you know how that goes. I'm in between a sneeze. It's not going to hit. I thought it was. All right. He said words. Y'all have a good night, cowgirl. You know I love you. And remember, do feel loved. Later, y'all. Bye.